You and my present.
What's going on, guys? My name is Petra and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for the penultimate round of my F1 2014 career mode series at Brazil, and at the moment we're getting strapped in the car, and as you can see it's intermediate tyre conditions at the moment. But I have some bad news. I don't actually have the full race. I don't know why. I just can't remember. But we qualified in 10th place, and the setup today is pretty standard, but we're running 6 wings, which is something you wouldn't expect. And there's teammate challenge. And you can see Jensen Button, we're not smashing him, but we are beating him still, and we can actually beat him at this race. And that's tyre strategy pretty much, but it says it's 100% chance of rain, so I think that means it's going to, so if X Matty G was doing this, he'd say it's going to rain the whole race. But I think it is going to rain the whole race, but as a result of it being 100% chance of rain, I also think it's going to rain completely and rain harder. And you saw there I just changed my driving assists of traction control to full. That's because when it's wet at all, if it's intermediate or wet tyre conditions, I put my traction control up to full, because otherwise I just can't control the traction. And you will have seen that for the beginning of my US Grand Prix. That was uploaded a couple of weeks ago, I think. That was uploaded, no, not a couple of weeks ago, that was uploaded before this, obviously. But now it's got onto the track, and I'll commentate over the first part that I have, but afterwards I won't. I'll just commentate, I'll just run you through what happened really, with some footage of the race in the background. But we're going out onto the grid, and it's obviously going to be Mercedes on pole. I think we've had Sebastian Vettel on pole once, if I remember correctly. But we have Lewis Hamilton, no, we have Nico Rosberg on pole, sorry. Lewis Hamilton lines up second, no surprise really, but there's a Ferrari in third one. There's my teammate Jensen Button in sixth, and there we are on the grid in 10th. And we have Valtteri Bottas ahead of us, and Nico Hülkenberg ahead of us, and Raikkonen is in 7th, I believe that is. Yes, Raikkonen is in 7th, and now we're at 5 red lights, and away we go. We get a bad start actually. It looks like a bad start. It looks like we've got bogged down, and it looks like we're going to get overtaken by Kvyat, and we have. Kvyat's got the jump on us. But coming up in the first corner, Button's lost ground, and we hit Hülkenberg. But nevertheless, we're up into 8th, and now we get past Vettel, give Raikkonen a little tap, and we're going around the outside. Raikkonen's edged us out at the moment, but then we switch to the inside, and Raikkonen again has edged us out. But we're going up we're up the inside, and dive up the inside, and very, very big contact with Alonso there, but we don't get a penalty, and we're up into 4th place at the moment. And now going on all the way to lap 7, where it's definitely time for full wets. As you can see, we're sliding around. You can see we can't get the power down. The traction is so bad, even with full traction control, and the gears, it's just not really working. And Vettel overtakes us while hitting us at the same time. Sort of looked like he swerved, but I'm not entirely sure. And we nearly hit him coming into the pits. That was very, very close. If we did hit him, we probably would have lost our whole front wing. And we're going onto the wet tyres, and we need to try and get the jump on Vettel. And on go the wet tyres, it's a 3-point. No, we're being held, and that means Vettel is definitely going to get ahead of us. And we're still being held, and so that's a 9.4 second pit stop. And Bottas has got the jump on us as well, so we're going to have to try and get Bottas as soon as we leave the pits. And he's going to be right in front of us, but I don't know if we'll be able to catch him because it is the wet, and as you know, the player on the game isn't always as good in the wet as the AI. It isn't impossible, but it is very, very tough. And at this point I lost footage, and at this point I realised that this was the only exciting thing that happened, apart from some more parts in the race which I don't have. But you're just seeing some gameplay in the background of this race. But basically it finished on full wet tyres, and I can't remember who won the race, but judging by the point standings, I finished in 6th place, gaining 8 points to add to my championship tally. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this episode of career mode. If you did enjoy it, then please give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you are new for F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter at F1HeadPetrol. There's a link to that down in the description as always. But I can tell you for the final race of F1 2014 career mode, I have a special guest, and then top 5 challenge will be around it. It might even be around now. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Other people say